Hey man, what's got you off in your phone there?
Oh, just going through all the funny Mothman memes and supernatural shit posts I've been wanting to share. I just don't know where to put the posts yet.
Don't you know about the Supernatural Selection Discord?
We have a Discord?
Yeah, for years, dude. Where have you been?
Can people chat with the hosts and get previews of upcoming episodes and generally post funny shit as much as they want with other listeners?
I mean, if that's your bag. I mean, personally, I wouldn't do that, but there are even live streaming events for the shows there, too. You've been in a few. How do you not know this stuff?
It must have been my doppelganger. How do I get into the Discord?
It's easy. Just visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com. Now say that 3 times fast.
Well, that's perfect. Now I can share 3 terabytes of Hollow Earth memes. Get it? Terabytes.
Never mind. Forget I said anything. Just don't do that. You should definitely not visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com to join the Discord. We don't want you there.
Too late. I'm already posting my alien abduction fan fiction with the general chat.
Join the hosts and listeners of Supernatural Selection on the official Discord. Just visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com.
Oh, thank God. So, again, before we even get started, I asked Mike if there was such a thing as, like, you know the term, like, pinch hitter and designated hitter in baseball?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we could argue over which position Trump and Musk have, but I came up with the term designated Hitler and pinch Hitler. And I figure someday we'll have to argue about who is who.
Yeah.
What about Switch Hitler?
Switch Hitler.
We can call that segment "Who's on First Reich."
Ah! Oh my God, that's great. I fucking love that. And welcome to Supernatural Selection. I'm your host, Kevin. With me this week are Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how you doing?
I don't know. Third base. Ha!
Oh, nice. Man, I love it when a joke keeps going. You doing all right, though?
I said I don't know, so don't tell me. How am I doing?
You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. We're all fine here. How are you? Yeah. And we've got Mr. David Davis. David, how are you today?
Go! Continuing the joke, right? Same sport, right?
No.
Oh. No, not even remotely, sir. You fucked this up. You killed the joke with a knife to the chest.
I pulled the mic this time.
Thank you. As long as someone did. So, before we get started, thank you everyone as usual for your support and listening. Head to supernatpod.rocks. Please join our Discord server. We got a great community. And also, if you feel inclined or, powerful enough about the show, leave a review on the various podcast platforms that allow you to do so. We would love to hear what you think. And we, of course, have a YouTube channel, so you can find us by looking up Supernatural Selection Podcast or Supernat Pod. And you can leave a comment there as well. So, now that that's out of the way, it's the Weekend Weird. And I don't want to go first this time. So, who wants to go first?
Do you want some cringe? Some secondhand cringe?
Ooh. Mike, do you want secondhand cringe? Should we let David go first?
I'm trying to cut back, but I guess as a treat we can have a little bit.
Just a little bit? Okay. So, David, you'll go first. I'll go last.
Okay.
I'll go last. So, David, Mike, and me.
Okay.
Now that we've gotten that on the air.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, this is from Dexerto.com, written by Michael Gwilliam.
Gwilliam?
It's William with a G.
Gwilliam?
William, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Fans must have been his parents must have been fans of Guar or something.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah.
Title is Students Set School on Fire Trying to Hide Inflatable Girlfriend from Roommate.
That is a long story in a short sentence.
Mm-hmm. A technology student is being mocked on Chinese social media for setting his dorm on fire while trying to hide his inflatable girlfriend when his roommate returned early. Being caught with your pants down is one thing, but one student couldn't stand the thought of being caught with an inflatable doll that he decided to set fire to it.
Okay.
Um,
That doesn't seem like a very expedient way to dispose of it.
Right?
You know what I'm picturing is, you know that famous image of the Hindenburg?
Yeah. Oh,
It's that, but an inflatable
yeah.
girlfriend coming down.
That's
the huge humanity.
No, that's it.
All right.
You fill your inflatable Dutch wife with hydrogen. That way, if the roommate comes home early, it's easy
You
to
both
dispose
die.
of.
Yeah, just straight up in the air.
Die. All right. So, according to the South China Morning Post on February 10th, a student enrolled at China's Hefei University of Technology was thrown into a panic after his roommate returned unexpectedly.
Uh-oh.
Rushing into the hallway, the student tried to burn the doll but ended up triggering the campus fire alarm, filling the dormitory with flames and smoke.
Awesome.
Well,
I think this is like a joke from an American Pie movie.
Yeah. Literally. So while no one was harmed in the blaze, the student was disciplined and faced the wrath of the internet for the embarrassing viral ordeal.
Oh, yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
if the roommate had walked in with him like going to Pound Town on the doll, it would have been less embarrassing than this outcome.
Do you think it sounds like a rubber duck being squeezed?
I mean,
Maybe.
No, that sounds like a turtle.
I'm sorry, I can't do rubber duck. All I've got is turtle, and it's close.
So once the fire broke out, a security guard at the university called the fire department to deal with the blaze. This is just getting more and more
gosh.
embarrassing.
That poor son of a bitch.
There were no property losses or casualties, and we have already communicated with the student involved, school staff revealed. Furthermore, Hefei University of Technology issued a statement telling students not to set fire to silicone items in the school.
Please
Quote,
do not burn your fake women.
Quote, please do not use open flames to handle silicone items or other flammable materials in the building. Items that are no longer needed can be disposed of in the rubbish bin, the university said in an announcement.
You walk by the garbage can, 2 inflatable legs sticking out of it.
The student has faced an endless wave of mockery following the fire and its humiliating origins. Quote, what was supposed to be known only by his roommate is now known by the whole internet, once said.
Yeah. Yeah, he went several steps too far in this plan.
Right? Quote, is this something a college student would do? I do not understand how his brain works, blasted another. Quote, not only does burning plastic produce a pungent odor, it is also difficult to be disposed of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, just ending the article here. This isn't the first time a fire has had major consequences. Last year, a Finnish kick streamer was arrested after setting his own couch ablaze several times during a live broadcast. Yeah, whatever. If only he just made things so much worse. Like, if your roommate catches you fucking a rubber doll, right? Like, it's embarrassing. That's a story for a bachelor party, 10 years down the road.
Maybe 4 or 5 people end up finding out in his close circle of friends.
Yeah. Maybe when you, maybe in your memorial, when you finally pass away, your friends kind of tell that story and everybody bonds over it. Like that.
Yep.
That's whatever. But to try to burn it,
yeah.
It's just so much worse for him. Oh my God.
That's amazing.
There is a picture.
Oh no.
Yeah, just a fire in a dorm room, but still, just holy crap, man.
Oh yeah, I see that.
God, does that mean he's going to have to leave the university just for his own sanity?
He'd have to. And this picture looks like a still frame from the movie Backdraft.
Oh man.
Which, I think it's funny. I didn't realize at first that the theme they used for the original Iron Chef was actually the music from Backdraft.
Oh. Huh.
So that's kind of fun. I'm just like, why not just keep like a pair of scissors and pop it,
Yeah,
and then
no.
like shove it under your bed?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like, what-
saying. Like the fire is just takes so long. Like how slow is this roommate for him to think fire was a viable option?
And plus, like burning plastic, that
Yeah,
doesn't go
just
well.
lots of smoke.
Yeah,
and
you know, I
think this is like the biggest panic I've ever seen.
I was gonna say I've been in a lot of embarrassing situations where like I've panicked beforehand, but you know what's never popped into my head as a solution? Arson.
Yeah,
Right? Like, just even like destroying it, you don't need to do that. Like,
No.
you know, your friend's going to give you some shit. Maybe your circle of friends is going to give you some shit, but nobody ultimately is going to care. But now that you've severely overblown the situation,
You have inconvenienced institution of higher learning.
oh man, just I thought I was having a bad day today.
Yeah, you're not nearly as bad as this guy.
Yeah.
It does make me feel a little better about my day.
Mhm,
I did not attempt to burn my silicone sex partner
There you go.
and make it an international incident.
Just again, this could have been just a very temporary embarrassment for this person, but now this is going to fucking
No.
haunt him for
No,
yeah.
years. now.
especially with Chinese social media being what it is.
Wow,
His life is over.
Think about what his social score is now.
Dude,
Yeah, exactly.
he's gonna have to be like a field worker somewhere, like doing like farming. Mike's over there dying. If you're wondering what that sound is, Mike's
Xi
Mike's
Jinping
sneezing.
is just so disappointed.
Yeah,
This is not what China needed right now.
You know what? The ghost of Chairman Mao called me. He hates you.
Oh man, is this the Great Leap Forward?
I don't know. I kind of feel like it's the great stumble backwards for this kid. Well, that is probably the best way I've ever heard to start this show. So thank you for that, David.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, I feel better about things in general now. So, Mike, what have you got to follow that up with? Please don't be dead animals.
So do you? I'll give you a choice. Do you want asteroids or eggs?
David, your choice.
Eggs are topical. Let's go with eggs.
All right. So this is from Jalopnik from February 6th. Pennsylvania's 100,000 egg heist leaves local authorities scrambling to find suspects.
Okay, they said scrambling on fucking purpose.
Of course they did.
I feel like that pun went a little over easy.
Yeah.
You're a hard-boiled critic.
Yeah, I'm not even going there.
Mhm.
I'm not. I'm too hard boiled for that.
Was it
Yeah,
not a
the
funny
whole
yolk?
thing is a little soft, so it's probably been souffled a bit.
Oh. Omelette du fromage. Anyway, continue, Mike.
The stolen eggs are reportedly valued at $40,000, which
So-
seems kind of. Well, not only does that seem low, I think that's gone up in the last fortnight.
I was gonna say, what is that, like 6 eggs?
Yeah. But so thieves cracked into a distribution trailer
God
in
damn it.
central
God damn it.
Pennsylvania last Saturday. Well, Saturday, but relatively
The
speaking,
previous Saturday, yeah.
making off with about 100,000 eggs from Pete and Gary's Organics in the borough of Greencastle. The poached eggs
God damn
are
it!
reportedly worth about $40,000, the Associated Press reports. Local authorities are on the case, but as hot as egg prices are these days, don't expect catching the culprits to be over easy.
God damn it.
Fuck
one of
this
those.
article.
That's one of these articles.
Hey, here's a question though. Do you think anybody's gonna shell out some money for it?
I don't know if they can crack the case.
I was going to say sheesh, but maybe quiche would be
Yeah,
better.
quiche would work much better.
Depending on where you live, that $40,000 valuation may look like it's missing a zero. After all, unless I can no longer do basic math correctly, that works out to 40 cents per egg, or only $4.80 a dozen. Also, it is is it really felony grand larceny if you steal food to feed your bodybuilding family?
It's like a whole family, a Hulk Hogan.
Family of 4 could easily go through that many eggs in just a couple of years. If that sounds like
God.
too many eggs to eat per day, ask yourself, why do you hate gains so much?
God, is this the article or are
Yes,
you
this is
just
the-
making jokes?
This is the article.
Holy shit.
Meanwhile, days later, the cops are still scrambling to find the culprits, but so far they've had a shell of a time locating anything.
I'm getting really tired of all these yolks.
Look, article, leave some jokes for us, goddammit.
We're relying on leads from people from the community, so we're hoping that somebody knows something, and they'll call us and give us some tips, a spokesperson for the Pennsylvania State Police told reporters. You would think it would be difficult to steal some 8,300-ish cartons of eggs without anyone seeing or hearing something, but unfortunately for authorities and the grocery store's insurance company, the eggs seem to have completely vanished without any witnesses.
Okay. What's that movie where it's a bunch of magicians and they're doing a heist?
Now you see me, now you don't.
That's what happened here. It's just like the grandson of the Great Blackstone and like the son of Doug Henning all got together and did a heist.
Now, if these guys get caught, do you think they'll be able to get extradited?
Probably. Depends if they are.
God.
It really depends if they're, out of state or not. Couldn't come up with an egg joke there. Sorry.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, we're kind of running low.
Will they ever crack the case? Did the
Fuck
thieves
off.
steal the eggs for themselves, or are they handing them out to the community? And if they are they as hot as Disney's Robin Hood is?
What?
This is
because people find Robin Hood from that animated movie to be hot.
yeah. That took me a second too.
Is this a
Wow.
furry website?
Yeah,
No.
it's
But furries are everywhere, so
fursuiter.net.
because I'm definitely getting Robin Hood vibes from the first great Pennsylvania egg heist of 2025.
The first.
End article.
The first. Wow.
So, guys, would you steal 100,000 eggs, and if so, what would you do with them?
No, because I'm usually too depressed and too lazy to cook eggs, so they'd all just go bad.
I don't have enough room in my refrigerator for that. Where are you supposed to store them?
I mean, that is a hard one. Like,
Okay.
what do you do?
Here's a question.
What?
Do you think they're trying to put them back in the chickens?
Probably not.
Maybe this is the next Chicken Run movie. They're trying to get their kids back.
Oh, God.
I mean, you can make a lot of cakes with that much eggs.
Or one big cake.
So what's the most amount of eggs you've eaten in a single sitting?
3. No, 4. And I regretted it.
I mean, I would assume it'd have to be something like when I was eating deviled eggs or something like that.
Oh, well, that's different.
'Cause
I was thinking of scramble, but no, deviled eggs, you'd have to physically stop me from eating deviled eggs.
So I would probably have to say I'd have to be like 4 or maybe 5 at the outside. So I know so I probably would have to say 5 because I'm sure at some point I've made scrambled eggs, which I usually do 3 eggs, and then French toast, which would probably require another 2 eggs.
Right, for the battering.
Yeah.
Now,
so that's probably the most I've ever had at once.
you threw deviled eggs in, which I didn't even think about, so I'm going to go with like probably 7 and wished I was dead afterwards.
Have you ever cool hand luked it and just,
I'm still alive, so no.
the pickled eggs?
Oh, God, no. How about you, David?
I think I've done like a 5-egg thing before.
It's a big omelet.
I do love my eggs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same here.
Which is why this, current pricing thing is leading me to starve. But
It's not even a pricing thing. Like, I don't what's the average price in your neck of the woods, David, for a dozen
I don't know.
regular eggs?
Last time I checked, I got my dozen at like $7 or $8.
What the fuck?
Well, that's California.
Oh
prices.
yeah, right.
But
Sorry.
here it's about 5, which and on the grand scheme of things, yes, that's more than I'm used to paying, but that's not bad. The worst thing is just that there aren't eggs. Like,
and there's a limit of three dozen per customer.
I don't care about the limit because I don't ever buy more than 1 dozen.
Sure.
But we went to Costco Monday, and the only 3 things they had of regular eggs were all like had some broken in them, just the sad remnants. And then they had the like heirloom eggs or whatever, all the weird, funky, multicolored ones. I like my eggs to be white and
That's racist.
Okay, so yes, I'm egg racist.
Oh wow, clip that.
But
I don't know about you, but I like brown rice. So
I'm not. I don't know. I've never been I know they taste exactly the fucking same, but just something about the brown eggs weirds me out.
Yeah, save it for the cross burning, Adolf.
Look, we had a friend who, one of our friend's ex-wives, she had chickens, and we would get eggs from them, and I never had a problem with those eggs. Mind you, I got an abnormally high number of double yolk eggs from her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think they're a lot more common, but in the supermarket eggs, I think they weed them out and they just use those for industrial purposes.
Industrial eggs.
Yeah, like making hair tonic. I don't know.
This is making me want to watch the Chicken of Tomorrow short from MST3K.
He like 3 eggs per minute.
Yeah, eggs are complicated. They should be like $100 a piece, which they soon will be.
Probably.
Yeah. No, it's a sign of things to come.
Mm-hmm. We should burn it all down.
But yeah, there's been a few times lately I've gone to the grocery store to get eggs, and there's been very slim pickings, like to the point I left without eggs because I was like, well, fuck.
Yeah. I got like a little 6-pack recently, so
I'm just wondering, like, when we're going to start hearing all of like the things about like how are the egg prices going to affect Easter celebration.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh,
Easter's
wow,
coming
yeah, that's a
up.
good point. We'll have to buy plastic eggs. Hey, Mike, I got an idea. I got an idea. Okay, so we sterilize some plastic eggs, right? The kind that split open.
Yeah.
And we fill them with like those cartons of egg scramblers. And then we hide them.
Egg simulation.
Yes,
Well, then
exception.
No, because we'd have to hard boil them first.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
how
and then
about
you'd
this?
have like white eggs, brown eggs, pink eggs, blue eggs, green eggs.
How about we just get one of those egg loaves
Oh, like from
Clerks
Clerks 2, yeah.
and just make slices of that and like just throw them like frisbees.
The movie. I want the movie's egg loaf.
All hail the egg loaf.
All hail the egg loaf.
Like,
Egg
no, I
loaf
mean,
for
I get
president.
it, dude. If I just take like a couple little slices of egg from the egg loaf
Uh-huh.
and fry them up, I'm good because I like the round egg at
Mm-hmm.
on a sausage McMuffin with egg. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like as much as I like a fried egg on a breakfast jack. Again, now I'm getting hungry.
I just
But,
I just remember seeing Clerks 2 for the first time, and he was chopping the egg loaf. I remember my immediate response in the theater was, "What the fuck is that?
What is this weird technology?
What the fuck is that? And where can I get one?"
I miss my donkey.
God. It's okay. We're taking it back.
We're taking it back.
Oh God. Anyway.
Baby, you can't taste racism.
Oh God.
It's still a really good movie.
It is. I like the second one. Fuck everybody that hates it. Well, you know what? Thank you for the excitement, Mike. Wow, you're just sneezing like a
I know.
motherfucker tonight. Are you allergic to egg jokes? Wow, that did not mute at all.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's great. We're
Like,
leaving
it
that in the
muted,
show, right?
I don't know why I'm all sneezy all of a sudden.
I don't know. Maybe you're allergic to eggs.
I'm not getting sick. Jesus.
Oh fuck.
Maybe you're allergic to the truth.
Yes.
I don't know
Egg
what the truth
truth.
is, but
It's egg truth.
Mhm.
Well,
exceptional.
exceptional, yes. So guys,
Mhm.
this next one is from the New York Post.
Oh God.
which is the American equivalent of a British tabloid. This one is, you know what? When I read the article title, you'll understand why I chose it. Ex-Mormon OnlyFans star unveils secrets of magic underwear sex ritual. Quote, the whole religion is a joke.
We finally find out about, some magic underwear details.
By Ben Cost. And this is from February 12th, 2025. This redefined hot pants. A Mormon come OnlyFans creator, that's a bad joke, has unraveled the secrets behind the religious undergarments known as magic underwear, which she claimed are so sacred that her in-laws allegedly burned theirs after she accidentally touched them while doing laundry.
Jesus. No, literally.
Quote, they'll lie about this stuff because they're embarrassed, Carrie Keown, who goes by @SpaceGhost on social media, I already like her just because of Space Ghost. Anyway, declared in a series of X posts blowing up online. Quote, the whole religion is a joke. The Skinflix star had been a Mormon in the 1990s, but left the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and now hawks scintillating body shots on OnlyFans. In a recent, quote, fashion statement for her over 100,000 X followers, Keown lifted the curtain, or should we say outerwear, on her former faith. She specifically discussed the, quote, temple garments, sacrosanct undies embroidered with ancient symbols that adherents are instructed to wear under their clothing day and night to remind members of their commitment to God. I got married super young at age 22, and we lived with my Mormon mother-in-law and father-in-law for a bit because my husband had some debt we were paying off. The ex-penitent recalled, quote, I accidentally touched his dad's magic underwear doing laundry, and his mom cut the runes out of it and burned them in the backyard. Okay, now this is a bad joke. This is along the lines of what Mike just read. The porn-again Christian
God damn it.
also included photos of the markings she cut out of these literal, quote, hot pants.
See, okay, so just a little detour here. I'd like to see fucking AI do these quality news puns.
Oh, it'll never happen. At least not for another 20 years or so.
20, 30 days until they start coding it.
God, yeah. Oh, man. I'd hate to meet the AI that gets all its learning from the New York Post.
Oh, God.
Shit. Anyway, and that wasn't the only bombshell Keown dropped while dressing down her former religion's hallowed boxers, which had been the go-to couture since the 1840s. Quote, one cool factoid about the magic underwear is that you're never supposed to take it off, the adult entertainer declared. This includes sex. You're supposed to have sex with the underwear on at all times.
It's like being like a hillbilly and having like the red long underwear and just wearing it at all times. You got your flaps and that's about all that.
Yeah, you got your poop window.
Yeah.
You bathe in it.
No, they're really just never nudes.
Yeah.
But instead of, jorts, it's magic underwear.
So, although thinking about it, I don't know that like hip that hillbilly long underwear thing, like the I kind of dig it. I think I would be very comfortable
suits?
in those.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
Now, when it first started getting cold, I started looking at union suits, and those things are expensive.
Yeah. I remember Marcus Parks on last podcast talked about when he first moved to New York. He bought some secondhand Mormon underwear from like the Salvation Army, and he said they were really warm and helped through the winter. And I'm like, interesting.
Huh.
So anyway, this has been disputed by members of the church who noted that the religious undergarb is generally removed during hanky-panky, bathing, and certain sports. Not soccer, though.
I mean, you can't do shirts versus skins if you're wearing that. So
yeah,
I get
that's
it.
true. Nonetheless, Commenters were appalled over the, quote, Handmaid's Tale evoking claims. Quote, "Every single thing about this story is insane," exclaimed one horrified ex-poster, while another wrote, "And I thought growing up evangelical was weird." Mwah, mwah. Yeah, it's a living. Anyway, "Is there a Mormon Amazon you can buy magic undies at?" quipped a third. "Did different runes give different powers? What if I mix and match them? Why aren't all undies considered magic?" Many Mormons have taken exception to the term magic underwear. No shit, deeming it derogatory and sacrilegious. Quote, "Mormons wear temple undergarments under their normal clothes to remind them of promises they made to always remember God," lamented attorney and penitent Jim Harmon in a blog post.
It's like a promise ring, but for your entire body.
Yeah. "It is a physical reminder of our spiritual covenants with God." He added, "People of goodwill can show respect of our religion by referring to Mormon temple garments by its actual name and not mockingly referring to it as Mormon underwear. Because
it's like a hug from God all the time."
Yeah. Gross. Anyway, because it has far more significance to us than a normal undergarment. Nonetheless, Keown is not the first person to find this clothing a bit oppressive. Many female adherents have claimed that fabrics, seams, and fit can cause both discomfort and medical issues ranging from rashes to yeast infections, and even problems with menstruation, pregnancy, and nursing, the New York Times reported. The more reputable New York newspaper.
Yes.
People are scared to be brutally honest to say, "This isn't working for me. It isn't bringing me closer to Christ. It's giving me UTIs," griped one. And that's the end of the article.
Yeah, you would definitely need different stitching for the women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that, the head of the Mormon church at one point did say that he felt that the underwear made him bulletproof, fireproof, and protected him from demons, and that he was saved from drowning because of the runes once. So
yeah, it's the inspiration for the greatest American hero.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I'm in the temple. Yeah, something. Wow.
Well, it sounds like maybe some people aren't washing them enough.
That's a thought.
I mean, do you only have the one set? Can you not have multiple sets?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Well, that would be infidelity towards your magic underwear.
I didn't know about this before my sister passed, so I couldn't ask.
So I'm assuming they have to be like the closest thing. They have to you can't have anything between your magic underwear and your skin.
No.
So I'll just treat them like regular underwear, and I'd have multiple sets,
7 or 10 or something.
I thought you were going to say you were going to have skid marks in them.
Probably.
Well, that too. Hey, what rune is that?
It's the brown rune.
That's the rune of Artemis Maximus.
It's a really long eye.
Oh, I could see.
Oh, gross. Yeah, see, it's got the dot on it.
Yeah, I could see a problem if there was doctrinal things that where you couldn't, if you're a person what uses menstrual pads
now
and could not use them because they would get between you and the magic underwear
and the Lord. Yeah. Here's my thing.
You gotta leave room for Jesus.
Only one group makes this underwear, so
I bet they're horribly expensive.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, when the church sells it, it can't be cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you have to have it, and they're the only place you can get it.
Wow, I wonder how much they not retail, but how much you pay for.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna look that up now.
Maybe that's why you can't have multiple pairs. They're probably a couple $100 a pop.
Yeah, now I'm looking at the price as
well.
I'm sure they don't advertise, but
okay. Reddit post says garments are expensive. Why are they so expensive? You get a pack of 6 Hanes white tees for $12, but they don't tell me what the fucking price are of the temple garments.
Yeah, they don't tell me on the churchofjesuschrist.org website,
Wow,
which I
yeah.
kind of wish I didn't have that in my browser history now.
Gosh. So what are you guessing? Come on, let me hear some guesses. What you think? One set of temple
One
garments.
set, I'm going to go $30.
Oh God, I think it's more than that. I think it's like
Yeah.
$150.
I don't know about that. I mean, they got to make it at least affordable. David,
No, they
how about
don't.
you?
Okay, well, I think I found something here.
Was it
So-
Jesus?
Oh wait, Holly, resident Mormon expert, has brought up something here.
Oh, hey, yes.
yes,
Let's go to our
so-
resources.
Okay, so she got this from r/Mormon. Yeah, the garments subsidized in some parts of the world are making them crazy cheap, sure, but comparing garments to $60 box briefs and tops that are $50+ undershirts are laughable. Maybe instead of checking Macy's, look at Walmart. Wait, Holly, where am I looking? Oh, here we go. It's the second comment. So, like, they're $6 a piece.
Oh,
Okay. Well, I mean,
Well,
that's
that's not
expensive
that
for
bad. but
That's still really expensive.
that's expensive
Yeah,
for
but-
underwear, but not as bad as I was thinking.
yeah, no, I was thinking
Okay.
double digits
Wait,
at
wait.
least.
Holly, what were you saying?
They also have the sacred symbols embroidered on them, where
Right.
you're supposed to cut your belly if you spill the secrets of the temple, and you're supposed to cut those out before you throw them out.
hmm
So a lot of ex-Mormons like to burn them with the embroidered symbols like still in them, just to be a little cheeky about it.
hmm
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, but I mean, at $6 per piece, like, you can get, like, a 6-pack of underwear for, like,
Oh, yeah.
much less than one temple garment, right?
Yeah. Now, here's a question. If you get excommunicated from the Mormon church, did they stand you there in your temple garments and, like, rip the symbols off like in the military? Like when they rip the patches off your jacket?
I don't know.
I
Like
mean,
it's like having your rank removed.
as
Right.
funny as that is, probably not, because they're embroidered into the fabric, so they just be ripping the
Sure.
underwear off you. So you just be naked afterwards.
Yeah. That's true. Man, Mormon seppuku. Who would have thought? It's interesting. There's a lot I don't know about it for being related to them.
We probably will have to cover Joseph Smith in the Church
Oh.
of Mormon.
God, I don't care which one of us does it, David. That's going to be like a 9-part series.
Yeah, no.
There's-
There's a lot of biographies that we're going to have to do in the course of this, and Joseph Smith is definitely one of them.
God, I hope I can find my copy of the Book of Mormon, because it's before they started trying to you know how they look like the Bible 2, the sequel.
Yeah.
Now, when my sister got hers was before they started doing that. So the cover is just a recreation of the gold plates
Oh boy.
with the runes on them.
Oh man.
So I got to see if I can find that, man. I know she used to have the Pearl of Great Price, which is like one of their other holy books.
That just sounds like some sort of item from a MMO.
It
Like if
l-
I'm watching like a VR MMO anime, it's like the
I don't-
Pearl of Great Power.
I don't know. It kind of sounds like an Irma Bombeck book.
Honestly, I've started watching Solo Leveling, and I think that's like an item in Solo Leveling.
Oh,
So,
Jesus
holy
Christ. Oh, man. Wow, that's fucked up. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll do our next set of stories, and then we'll have a segment that is so important it is superseding David's segment this week.
Yeah, be sure to change your underwear while you're
Yeah,
your
and
magic underwear. Recharge it.
yeah, remember, if you're going to shit your temple garments, be sure to cut the symbols out. We'll be right back after this. Hey, Kevin here. Hope you're enjoying the episode.
Hey, who are you talking to, Kevin?
Listeners of our shows, I also want to let them know that if they're enjoying what we've been doing, they can support us on Patreon.
Oh, Patreon. Were you going to tell them about the early episodes? Also, Patreon exclusive episodes that can be found there too?
Well, yeah, I was going to do the whole
yeah, and then there's the other cool stuff, including art, merch for subscribers, like tote bags, hoodies, shirts, mugs.
Yeah, and I
Can you
was
believe people
gonna
could
t-
support us for only $5 a month? You're definitely going to mention that too, right?
I was. Support Supernatural Selection and the Distraction Hole on Patreon for as little as $5 a month. Visit patreon.supernaturalselectionpod.com to learn more and get started today. And we're back. So before we get started on this next batch of stories, David, did I tell you that me and Mike's original podcast is still available on YouTube?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the Smagcast.
Oh, man, I need to listen to that. Well, what we ought to do is, like, maybe once in a while, like, listen to one and then MST3K that shit.
Oh, God. I don't know if I can stand to do that, but it's like me, Mike, Warren, who guest hosted with us, and our late friend Paul. And it's kind of like the distraction hole, but not as entertaining, strangely enough.
Did you listen to some?
I did. I did. It's awkward as fuck.
Wow.
It's four dudes that don't know how to podcast trying to podcast.
Yeah, I mean, you and I have both been on our fair share of, like, different shows at different times.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's why I thought, hey, we should do it because, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know. You know how, like, somebody will be like, oh, dude, you're the class clown up here at the office. You should do comedy. And then you get up on stage and fucking choke.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that.
Well, Kevin, that was our walk before we.
It
could
was.
run,
It was. We are running now. We are running full tilt into madness.
Naruto running into it.
Yep. Just arms swept back, face in the breeze. It's beautiful.
If we trip, we're just gonna fall flat on our face.
Oh yeah, we're dead. So, David, what's your next story, bud?
Okay, well, I got this one from my go-to website, Futurism.
Of course you did.
This one's by Victor Tangerman, who's one of the frequent authors there.
Yes.
Y'all like Egyptology, right?
Oh, love it.
Yeah? Okay, well, explorers discover first pharaoh tomb in over 100 years.
I saw that. I am so excited.
Yeah, and then under the headline, there's a little excerpt quote, and when I came out, my wife was waiting outside, and the only thing I could do was burst into tears.
She ain't that bad looking. Come on, man.
Oh, shit, ow. Anyway, a British-Egyptian team of researchers has discovered what it says is the first pharaoh's tomb in over a century. As the BBC reports, the team discovered the tomb of King Tutmos II in the western valleys of the Theban necropolis near Luxor, Egypt.
Man, Tutmos was like a big fucking deal. I'm surprised they found it.
Yeah. Quote, it is an extraordinary moment for Egyptology and the broader understanding of our shared human history, said Egypt's Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, Sharif Fathi, in a statement.
And then the British immediately stole all of it.
Right? It must have been an extremely moving moment for everybody involved. Quote, the emotion of getting into these things is just one of extraordinary bewilderment, because when you come across something you're not expecting to find, it's emotionally extremely turbulent, really, said Mission Field Director Piers Litherland. Okay. Quote, and when I came out, my wife was waiting outside, and the only thing I could do was burst into tears, he added. The discovery has considerable implications for our understanding of the 18th dynasty of Egypt, which spanned the period from 1549 to 1292 BCE. The latest pharaoh's tomb to be discovered belonged to one of Thutmose II's ancestors, Tutankhamun, who had lived during the 18th dynasty.
Yeah.
Egyptologists have long been wondering where the kings of this dynasty were buried. Now they've discovered Thutmose II's burial site. Researchers could soon hone in on other burial sites. I mean, if it's near the necropolis, that makes sense.
Sure. This is fascinating because, like, you kind of felt like all the great discoveries were made already.
Yeah.
And now it's just a matter of sifting through sand and going, found a quarter.
Well, okay, so this is my childhood experience. Like, my first obsession, aside from Ninja Turtles, like, my history obsession was dinosaurs, right?
Right.
I think every kid starts there. Second was Egypt.
Yeah, same here. And then after that was Greece and Rome.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, so, let's see. Interestingly, the pharaoh's mummified remains were discovered 2 centuries ago, but the location of his tomb has remained unknown until now.
Interesting. So they found the body, but not the like treasure chamber.
So did it like get up and walk out? What's going on here?
He went on walkabout, laid down, and then they found him.
Hey, he's the king. Who's going to stop him?
It's good to be the king.
Litherland and his team had to descend a large staircase and a very large descending corridor. Upon entering the tomb, they discovered a blue painted ceiling with yellow stars on it, as he told the BBC, which are only found in kings' tombs. It was only after crawling through the... Speaking of ancient Egyptian beings, there's my cat.
Yeah, the little bitch goddess that she is.
Yeah, exactly. It was only after crawling through a 32-foot passageway that had a small 15-inch gap at the top that we got into the burial chamber, he said.
Interesting.
To their surprise, the burial site turned out to be completely empty, not because it was robbed, but because it had been deliberately emptied. Wait. Okay, so, okay, alright, so there's no sign of a robbery, just everything was missing. Okay. The team pieced together that the tomb's contents must have been moved to another location after being flooded by an overhanging waterfall.
Interesting.
The tomb is situated in a poorly chosen place beneath two waterfalls, and at the bottom of the slope, which water would have and did pour into the much wetter weather of the 18th century. The research discovered fragments of jars that had Tutmosis II's name inscribed into them, which had probably broken when the tomb was being moved. Excitingly, the team claims to have a rough idea where the second location may be, suggesting that we could soon be in store for even more exciting discoveries.
Well, never go to a second location.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, that's just really exciting, man. That's a good old-fashioned feel-good story.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's funny, once again, the Brits are involved, and I just hope they don't fucking take everything, but...
Oh, no, Zahia Was is already there.
I notice he's not mentioned in the article because he's not the head of antiquities anymore. I don't know what he's doing now other than literally selling khakis at Harrods.
Yeah, he's grifting.
I was going to say, Grifter's going to grift.
Yep.
I do need to finish that episode I started on him.
Oh, yeah. We got to do a hit piece on that motherfucker. Like, there's not a lot of people in, like, the professional archaeology world that are known by name and can get me pissed off. But he is one. Mike, you can back me up.
Oh, yeah.
Here.
No, I mean, he's just a scumbag.
He is. Yeah.
Like,
he's a fucking scumbag, and I hate him.
And you know what, Zahia Was, I dare you to come on this fucking show.
Yeah.
I know you're
do
listening
it,
right now, motherfucker.
But just from the little bit I know of him, like, and even independent of what Kevin's told me, he seems like he has single-handedly stunted the research into Egyptian archaeology.
Yeah, he's a star fucker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just like that fucking song.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
and that was a deliberate reference, sir. That was a deliberate reference to that song.
Good. He's also like, and here's the thing: there's not many things that'll really get me like completely on the side of Graham Hancock. But you bring up Hawass, I'm like, yeah, no, justice for Graham Hancock. So,
man, I hope he listens to this episode.
Who, Graham Hancock or Hawass?
Let's say both.
Sure. Because, again, we may have done a takedown episode of Graham Hancock, but, like, there's a lot he talks about that I still find fascinating. So, like,
well, and even if we disagree with everything he stands for, he would still come on the show. That's what's great about him.
Absolutely. But I don't know that I've had to have him since he's been on Rogan so much.
Yeah,
I don't want any more connection between us and Joe Rogan. I don't know who out there is listening to both.
Yeah, the fact that the algorithm suggests the Joe Rogan show after, when you're looking for shows related to our show, is it because I mentioned the time that Joe Rogan fans need to be gelded? Is that why?
I don't know. I could not tell you. It's weird and I don't like it. So
it's not good.
Anyway, so thank you for that. That's great. I love that there's something
story.
New. Yeah.
This feels good, man.
Feels good, man. Pepe standing there pissing with his pants all the way down. Anyway, so Mike.
Yeah?
What have you got for us?
So, since you chose eggs before, now you get asteroids, or at least something that was thought to be an asteroid.
Eggs and asteroids just sounds like an Atari game.
Yes.
I mean, an asteroid has been seen as an egg in science fiction at times.
That's true.
Or there was the egg UFO recently.
Oh, right. Yeah, the one on the end of the stick.
And pretty soon, a single egg is going to cost about as much as the minerals in an asteroid.
That's true.
Wow, those chickens are going to be really worth bank.
The survivors, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, just sounds like
We're
we
gonna
start
eat-
getting our own chickens.
I feel like we should start investing in ostriches.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
there's-
more egg for your bang.
Uh-huh.
Does anyone think that there's like a non-zero chance that chickens will go extinct in our lifetime? Because I feel, especially with all the chicken death lately.
Here's the thing. I want you to drive through Pulaski, Mississippi, and say that again.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a. I mean, even if bird flu takes a horrible toll on our poultry population,
Mm-hmm.
Our powerful poultry population.
Soon to be a poultry population.
yeah. So I just Googled it. According to Wikipedia, more than 50 billion chickens are reared annually as a
And
source
that's-
of meat and eggs in the United States alone.
And that's just in Pulaski. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
It's not. But
I'm just being a doomer.
no,
Yeah,
that's fine. I understand. I just like
Like, things aren't going well right now. I'm just putting this out there.
I understand that, but like if you go out to Pulaski in the summer, you're going to smell like chicken shit for the rest of the year.
Now, you keep telling me to go out there, and it sounds like you're working for the Ministry of Tourism, but then you talk about the smell of chicken shit. Like,
Well,
you're not
it's-
very good at your job, sir.
It's less of an invitation and more of a dare.
A threat.
So that's a worldwide, 50 billions worldwide. In the United States alone, more than 8 billion chickens were slaughtered each year for meat, and 300 million chickens were reared for egg production. So, yeah, chickens have us beat by a lot. So, yeah,
Now all they need to do is turn against us.
exactly. When will the chicken uprising happen?
Yes, please, Mike.
That's the third Chicken Run movie.
Yes,
Mike,
yes.
tell me about the asteroid.
Tell them about the Twinkie.
What Twinkie?
What about the Twinkie?
So, this comes via USA Today from January 24th, the day before my birthday. TMI. Space object or sports car. How a Tesla
Oh,
Roadster
no.
was briefly mistaken for an asteroid.
Man, fuck you, Elon. Unless it's somebody else's Tesla.
No, it's the SpaceX Tesla.
It
but
turns out some guy bought a Tesla and just like had the worst navigation experience ever.
he's out there to
He's
this day.
using Apple Maps.
Yes. No, he's using MapQuest.
Oh, wow.
What an amateur astronomer recently took to be a newly discovered asteroid turned out to be a Tesla Roadster voyaging through the cosmos. Cosmos is kind of a stretch there. It's more of solar system.
It's
Not even the whole
Billions and
solar
billions
system.
of Tesla dollars being lost in the stock market.
billions of billions.
It's the Earth to Mars corridor, basically. But, yep, you read that right. I told you right. The infinite vastness of outer space isn't exactly conducive to terrestrial vehicles like the sports car manufactured by Tesla's CEO, Pislon Musk ass.
Wow, that came out so smooth.
Yes. Company.
Yeah.
Elon Hitler's company.
Yeah, the designated Hitler.
Elon Musk.
Yes.
Elon Musk.
Perhaps that's why the Minor Planet Center did initially consider the possibility when the organization announced the discovery on January 2nd of the unusual asteroid, complete with an official name, 2018 CN41. Wait a minute, it says 2018. That means it was discovered in 2018. But,
And it took him this long to figure out it was a car.
but I think 2018 was when the Tesla was launched. I don't know.
I don't
Sounds
know.
odd. But less than 17 hours later, the Minor Planet Center issued an editorial notice that it would be deleting this 2018 CN41 from its records. The reason was simple, if at first nonsensical. The object not only was definitely not an asteroid, but it wasn't any sort of space object. Well, it is a space object.
it's in space.
Rather, it was a cherry red Tesla Roadster. Why would you might reasonably ask is a convertible car traveling through orbit? Because of one man's giant inflated ego.
Now, is that
Also-
you editorializing, or was that in the actual article?
No, that's me editorializing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the thing. It's either that car he shot into space, or it's the opening sequence of Heavy Metal.
Yeah, that would be awesome. You know, see, that's if he had like any kind of panache, that's what he would have done. But
Yeah.
he doesn't. As some spaceflight enthusiasts may recall, the Tesla vehicle was launched up into the cosmos in 2018. See, they had to have known because 2018 was the year of the launch.
Well, that would imply that Tesla was working, and we know Teslas don't work, so...
Well, I'm saying is that the launch was in 2018. The name of the asteroid was 2018 CN41. How could they not?
I cannot pretend to know how the naming system works.
Well, so asteroid naming systems work literally. So the one they've been talking about recently that has like a 3% chance of hitting in 2032, it's called 2024 because that's when it was discovered.
Hey, do you want me to bring up the fact that UFOB thinks that's a spaceship?
No, but okay.
They do, because the chance of hitting Earth increases incrementally. So they're like, it's coming right for us because it's a UFO.
No, they're trying to ramp us.
Yeah. Like a deer.
Uh-huh.
It's going to come for us in 8 years. You think if it was a UFO, it'd get here a lot sooner.
The catalytic converter's not working right.
Yeah. But so the way it works is that, like I said, it's the year it's first observed is the date it's given, and then the rest of it has to do with like who discovered it, where, all that.
So what if they had a picture of it, they cataloged it, then they studied it this year, made the announcement, realized it was the car, and then
So that means they took pictures of it first, like the same year it was launched.
maybe it was really fast. That's right, Zelda. You tell him.
That's what I'm saying. It just seems a little, I don't know, weird. If they just now were announcing it, but it turns out it was first photographed in 2018.
Like maybe they're just bad at their jobs.
That could be.
Or maybe they were waiting on that batch of data to get sent from that SETI, that one computer that's still running SETI at home, and it took this long.
But that's radio signals. This is,
Shut up, Mike. You're killing my joke.
Exactly. It was a publicity stunt while Musk's SpaceX was testing its Falcon Heavy rocket. At the time, SpaceX even went so far as to include a mannequin wearing a white spacesuit seated in the driver's side.
In all fairness, I think it was just the spacesuit.
I mean, it had something in it to hold it up.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was like one of his critics.
Probably. But I mean, it was a mannequin inside of the spacesuit. And it was, it was one of the SpaceX spacesuits. So it was, as far as publicity stunts at the time, I thought it was, pretty neat.
We all thought it was funny.
That was when Elon was still like tolerable.
He was a wacky guy that was doing things.
And I'm pretty sure it wasn't his idea, or at least he had like the base idea, and other people, of course, made it work.
Mm-hmm.
So the out-of-this-world case of mistaken identity may be good for a few laughs, but such mishaps also tend to rankle astronomers who say the unregulated frontier of deep space could pose a growing challenge to tracking potential dangerous objects, according to the outlet Astronomy. So, yeah, I mean, that is an issue, but it's always been an issue. Like, there was one object that we saw that we thought was an asteroid. It turned out to be one of the Saturn V upper stages.
Oh, shit.
And, yeah, it was I think it was first seen in like the early 2000s or the 90s. But yeah, because those upper stages are just like up there whizzing around in the, kind of Earth moon.
Mm-hmm.
They're on solar orbits, but close to Earth. Mm-hmm. So they, kind of show up from time to time.
Like, our atmosphere is starting to look like that scene in WALL-E where WALL-E finally escapes Earth's orbit through, like, that cloud of junk.
So, it will never be that bad, but...
Oh, I don't know about that.
Give us a minute.
So, I don't think you understand how big All right, so imagine how much stuff it would take to cover the Earth in a layer of junk. That would take a lot of shit, right?
Yeah.
Just even all the oceans, just call it a sheet of paper thick layer of trash around the whole Earth.
Mhm.
Now, to an orbit is basically, a sphere around the Earth at a higher altitude. So you're talking at least double that amount of junk to make it, dense enough that there's no gaps in it.
Mike, have
So
you
you're
seen our
telling-
dining room table?
Yeah. Are you telling me that you don't believe in America? You don't think we can do this?
I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying it's highly improbable.
Fair.
Especially at altitudes where it's, has zero chance of re-entering, because even things as high as the International Space Station have enough atmospheric drag, because the atmosphere doesn't just stop from the Earth. The
Right.
atmosphere extends a lot higher than you think.
It
just gets
goes
thinner.
It fuzzes. There's no hard line.
Like it's thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. Like the ISS is technically still experiences atmospheric drag. That has to have a frequent reboost just so it doesn't slow down too much that it actually falls down. In fact, they did that on purpose, because if there was an accident, it would, eventually the orbit would decay and it would fall back to the Earth. I think it's like a couple of years it would have to go without reboosts before it would, deteriorate. So you would have to have a layer of trash in what we would consider medium height orbits. So low Earth orbit is where we tend to do all our space flight stuff, like our human space flight stuff, just because it's close and it's high enough that, we can orbit, but it's low enough that it's easy to get back down to Earth.
Yeah.
And then you have geostationary orbit, which is way the fuck out there. It's like 63,000 miles or something.
Like the satellite of love.
Yeah, it's way the fuck out there, but it's also eternally long orbits. Like something out there is is basically out there forever.
Yeah. Well, you always struck me more as like the big ball of garbage flying into space guy from Futurama. That seems like that would be your method to all of this, instead of orbiting around the Earth.
But
Yes.
But yeah, so it would have to be in that medium, and the problem is those medium orbits are not very useful to us. Like, we don't put a lot of stuff there because we don't want those orbits. Like, they're fast enough that, they have no real, Earth-based usage, but slow enough to where, it's just this is a very awkward position for an orbit. And so we don't put stuff there, which is a good thing. Luckily, all of our trash is really high or really low. Anywho, sorry for the tangent. Mike,
Y'all got all that?
Mike's space tangent.
There's going to be a test on this.
I'm just saying that most of our shit is really low, and it won't be forever damning. It will make things terrible for a while.
Marginally damning.
Oh yeah, no, it's like all the trash, in your neighbor's yard. It's annoying, but it, I don't know. I have no analogy there.
Okay.
Eventually, the place burns down for the insurance money, and then you
Yes,
don't have to worry about it.
So this article goes on longer than I thought it does. So to wrap it up, shit can be just, we see shit as an asteroid. Turns out to be not an asteroid. It's just someone's, penis out in space floating around.
It's an eternal testament to Elon Musk's ego.
I am sad though, because the stuff on there was all battery powered, like all the cameras, and they didn't have solar panels. So after the batteries died, there was no more imaging from it. I really wish they had slapped solar panels on it just so we could see, because this is like, a car is something that is, designed for Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be interesting to see
what
how
happens.
how it deteriorated or not in, the harsh, conditions of space.
I want to see. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, that's strange. You don't typically associate a lack of foresight with Elon Musk. So, I'm as surprised as you are.
Well, I was going to say it would be great if they did manage to somehow get it working again. The camera cuts on and there's like somebody in the passenger seat.
He's picked up a hitchhiker. The cosmic rays that made the mannequin sentient.
Oh, yeah. No, it's like a real Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy moment.
He's got like his arm around the passenger seat and just some alien sitting there.
Giggling
Yeah.
with
So
boobs.
some cosmonauts decide to play a funny prank on us.
Duh. Duh. Anyway, well, thank you for that, Mike. That's a great reminder of the hell that our country's going through. Is the guy that did this?
And yes, yeah, that is, of a sobering thought. But when this picture reminded me also on the infotainment screen to calm down the mannequin in the spacesuit, it said "Don't panic."
Yeah, that fucker.
From the guy with no media literacy.
And again,
I'm sure it was one of the engineers.
and again,
Yeah.
if Douglas Adams were alive today, he would fucking hate Elon
Of
Musk.
course.
God, if they did another Hitchhiker's adaptation, he would like add in an Elon Musk type character.
Oh, Musk would have been like dead center of the Vogon destructor fleet.
I mean, that's one thing I appreciated about Douglas Adams is every time there was a new adaptation of Hitchhikers, he'd always change it up just a little bit, right?
David, I'm sorry, you cut out during that. What was that?
Oh, I was going to say, like, one thing I appreciate about Douglas Adams is that, like, every time there would be a new adaptation of Hitchhikers, he'd always change it just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, he'd update it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
Yep.
So my last article before our segment is from NPR.org, actually.
Oh.
And the article... Now, here's the question. Have you noticed how popular sticks are on social media?
I mean, yeah. No, like, every dude, like, a dude finds a really cool stick and he shows you it and you're just like, yo, that is a cool stick.
Yeah, and I get that.
I found one that looked like a rifle one time.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was a
no.
wonderful day.
Used to find those all the time when I was a kid, which was great if you're playing Army. But, I mean, I've got my walking stick that I got from that dude that I can't stand. Anyway, so the article is by Alina Hartaunen. Let me try. Alina Hartaunian. That's a weird one. Anyway, stick with us. Why the internet is obsessed with one of the simplest tools known to man.
We all have a pun thing going on today.
We do. Each of us has a pun story. January 23rd, 2025. And the picture is just two dudes at like the Grand Canyon with sticks crossed.
Don't cross the sticks, man.
And their names are, oh my God, Boone Hogg and Logan Juggler.
Oh,
They
those are
run-
good old American names right there.
They run the account at Official Stick Reviews.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, buddy. And man, like, Logan Juggler looks like he's having a good time. Boone Hogg looks serious as a heart attack over this stick.
I mean, that's the kind of dynamic you need for good stick reviews. You gotta have the like guy who delivers a little bit of like the honey. You gotta have the guy who delivers a little bit of the vinegar.
Are you telling me this is a stick good cop bad cop?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Okay. Well, for those who have okay, let me start that over, make sure I read that right. For those who have ever found a cool stick and felt the impulse to show it off, there is an internet community of millions that wants to see it. Stick Nation is a worldwide movement that thrives on irreverent, fantastical, and downright wholesome descriptions of sticks and the people who rank them. I'm reading this. This is insane. An account posting videos of people and their sticks has nearly 3 million followers on Instagram. We have substantially less followers on YouTube.
We need to start bringing in sticks.
I guess. On TikTok, it's known appropriately as StickTok. There are posts about sticks shaped like hands, ones that resemble snakes, slingshot sticks, wizard staves. Okay, I'm there for that. curved canes, and spiraled, twisted, and beetle-gnawed sticks. The sticks are said to have mystical powers, and the puns are plentiful, like the Loch Ness Monster, found on the banks of Loch Ness in Scotland. Quote, "It's of course useful to fight your enemies because it's quite light and sturdy," says one poster about his moss-covered stick in Latvia, before adding that it boasts its own ecosystem populated by, quote, "tiny little people who actually live there and do work 9 to 5. Another quote, "I just encountered this beautiful stick on the street, and I think it's trying to show me something," says another as she pans from the stick up the street. "Can you help me translate the stick language?" But the movement taps into something deeper than people just lightheartedly showing off their finds. The men who helped launch the cause are hoping to use it to get people off their phones and out into nature. You have failed, gentlemen. An origin story. It started with a single stick found on the side of a Utah trail in 2023. It was weathered and worn down, but had some, quote, "excellent grain on it," and a, quote, "nice grip," said Boone Hogg and Logan Juggler.
These guys sound like real sticklers.
Oh, fuck you. Hogg and Juggler, which is somehow not a wrestling duo.
Can you imagine a hog juggler?
Oh God, that could be very strong.
Oh,
Even those
good
little
at-
pigs are
Yeah, no,
pretty weak.
I'm gonna toss that piggy.
I saw that pig there and I had to chuck that fucker. So,
That piggy gonna make a loop and another loop and another loop.
God, what was that guy's name from The Simpsons that you just sounded like?
I don't know.
You know, the one who was the Iceman that time? Abraham
Hans
Simpson?
Molman?
Grandpa Simpson's friend with the long beard.
Oh yeah, Jasper.
Jasper. That's who you sounded like. That's peddling. So, anyway, Hogg and Juggler thought it would be funny to create a stick review account and post a video describing the stick and its advantageous properties.
Hog and Juggler sounds like a Terry Pratchett book title.
It does sound like they sell meat pies and Ankh-More pork. Their account was originally meant as an inside joke with friends, but others soon found it and took off from there. Then the New York Times wrote about them, and their follower count skyrocketed. Hey, you know what would be great viral? Supernat. Anyway, now their community of stickheads numbers... fucking Christ. I can't be mad at them. Anyway, numbers in the millions and stretches across all 7 continents. It has its own lexicon, as well as several notable celebrity adherents like Lin-Manuel Miranda and Dermot Mulrooney.
No. See, here's the problem. It should have been Lin-Manuel
Oh
Miranda.
yes,
That was
And
terrible.
Dermot
awesome.
Mulwoody.
Yeah. Anyway, what makes a good stick? Hog and Juggler do not... Can't say it without laughing.
If anyone knows what makes a good stick, it's Hog and Juggler.
I swear to God, yeah, I love their bourbon. Hog and Juggler bourbon. Anyway, do not consider themselves stick gatekeepers. The times we live in. Anyway, quote, "We try and not be like an art gallery for sticks. We just want to share sticks," Hogg said. They field hundreds of stick videos a day, all while working full-time jobs. Juggler is a physician assistant, and Hogg works in marketing and music production.
Wow. Okay, that's
Jeez.
not exactly what I was
I
expecting.
was expecting construction and plumbing. Anyway, the community has developed its own language. They're modded sticks, which have been carved or altered in some way by human hands. And there are natty sticks, which come as they are. Sticks are ranked on their curves, their aura, and their lore.
Oh my god. This is wonderful.
It is. I can't be. I was getting mad, and now I'm like, I kind of want to join this group. Hogg says one of his favorite sticks was one passed down to a grandson from his grandfather.
Wow. now.
It is embedded with patches and metals from the many trails the grandfather had trekked.
Oh.
Quote, I love the ones that have a story, but also some sort of kind of sentimental value to them, he said. Controversy in the community. Every internet movement has its arguments, and Stick Nation is no different.
That's no stick, that's a twig.
Theirs just came from the literal ends of the earth. Quote, I'm in Antarctica, and there are no sticks here. Nothing grows, and we can't bring sticks either. I found an ice stick. Does this count? Queries a message to Stick Nation.
I saw that. I saw the, quote, ice stick.
The council must assemble, one commenter quipped. Quote, the fact that you're not allowed to bring sticks means that someone tried to bring sticks, and that warms my heart, writes another. There was some back and forth over where the inorganic compound would qualify. In the end, Stick Nation allowed the submission.
Oh.
Ultimately, everyone was like, you know what? It's from Antarctica, Juggler said. This is an Antarctica stick.
Mm-hmm.
What's next for Stick Nation? Quote, we really want to turn the page in the community into kind of getting them off their phones and into nature and interacting with each other and connecting, Hogg said. So that's a big goal for us this year. And I also think they should have said, and finding sticks. But Hogg and Juggler, God damn it. Hogg and Juggler recently held a, quote, Stick of the Year competition, which Marcus Barrick won with his Ancient Energy Sword. They are now planning stick quests, where people will be sent on real-life searches for specific sticks.
Stick Quest DSV.
They'll have a, quote, travel log, in which members of Stick Nation can pass the same stick off to each other. And they also have a book coming out that will feature all the cool sticks you can shake a stick at.
That's too many.
I liked that article far more than I thought I was going to.
Now, this brings up an important question. When does a twig become a stick, and when does a stick become a log?
I think, okay, first off, a twig is too small to count as a stick. It's like at the end of a limb.
It's a matter of girth.
Yes, and a log, once you reach like not comfortable in one hand, you're getting into log territory.
If you go wrap your hand around it, that's a stick.
That's paddling.
If it like fills your hand up comfortably. If it's like this, like I say under the size of your thumb.
Oh, we're not
twig.
going. Mike, are you going with a rule of thumb for the
No,
sticks?
I'm just saying, like if it's smaller than the size of your thumb, that's a twig.
Okay. If it's larger than your leg,
Yes, it's a log.
it's a log.
Okay, that seems pretty fair.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what, Stick Nation believes, but I feel like that's a pretty good judge.
Oh, mighty Hog and Juggler, tell us.
That sounds like a tavern. Welcome to the Hog and Juggler. Oh my God, you would never get me out of there on a Sunday.
Honestly, it sounds like a pretty delightful place.
It does. And so does Stick Nation, actually. I think we can give this our seal of approval of good shit to be involved with online.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to have like a Pokemon Go-like app where it's just about finding cool sticks.
Oh man, Stick Hunt, the app.
Yeah.
That would be kind of fun, actually. Well, anyway, that was far more pleasant than I thought. I feel better.
Honestly, none of our articles today have been like super gloomy or anything. It's all been kind of happy.
And I think maybe that's because we're like, this world sucks right now. We need to get better.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time I don't want to say ruin the mood, because I think there's nowhere to go but up from here. With this article, at least. We're going to do Reddit already again, because this is very important. It's not often we do a segment that gets a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. We're going back to humanoid encounters on Reddit for Reddit already. Because several weeks ago, we spoke of the guy who caught 2 Oompa Loompas fucking in his zucchinis.
Yes.
And I think we were all fucking smitten with it.
Yes, it was quite the article.
It was an experience. Well, Mike found us something and thankfully didn't read the article. Just saw the headline, sent it over to me.
Yeah, I saw the headline. It was like, Kevin, you need this.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, from Expert Storm 1140, the Oompa Loompas are back and have decided to torment me. Humboldt County, California. Under the tag, Little People.
The little people.
Oh, the wee folk have come and they're throwing rocks and fucking in me zucchinis.
Darby O'Gill and the little cocksuckers.
The little bastards. Anyway, so these events have taken place for the past few weeks in Humboldt County, California. A couple months ago, I made the post about the 2 ugly-ass Oompa Loompas who were getting down and dirty in my garden.
He had to make a judgment call on their attractiveness, didn't he?
Yeah, well, somebody posted a photo and it's pretty fucking ugly.
I mean, you put your whole bare ass out there in the zucchini garden. I mean,
You're asking for
you're
it.
You're kind of asking for it there.
Yeah. Well, after I caught them in the middle of their evening activities, I thought they were gone for good. For an entire month, I was left without bother, and even found it within myself to
This
move
is like a
on.
really fucked up Roald Dahl story. You've heard the big friendly giant little fucking gremlins.
Little ugly fuckers. Okay, and even found it within myself to move on from the ordeal.
It's over. It's finally over.
I celebrated Christmas with my family, had a pleasant New Year, and honestly forgot about the horrors I had witnessed.
The horror.
The horror.
The horror.
Life was okay, but then, without warning, I heard a little ding on my window one night. I looked
Hey,
out.
fucker. Remember us?
I looked out and saw one of them. He was running away into the bushes like a gleeful little cherub.
Yeah, and you just know during like Christmas and the holidays, that those little fuckers are in the back of his mind the entire time.
No, they're too busy making toys.
The lore deepens their Santa's elves.
Oh, yeah.
God.
I ran outside and there was no trace of the little fucker. What I did was find a tiny white stone laying on the ground below my window. A couple days later, and I hear another ding on a different window. What do I find? Another white stone. A week later, and the same thing happens again. At this point in time, these assholes have attacked my poor windows 7 goddamn times. Now, I should make it clear that none of my windows have been broken from these attacks, as their throws are seemingly wimpy and their rocks are small. But still, fuck these guys.
They're just so tired from fucking all the time. Can't throw very far.
I've got a collection of white stones now, and I know they're just going to keep adding to it. Is this supposed to be payback? I'm at a loss of what I should do. Link to original encounter. Update, I will send pictures of the stones when I get off work. So, we've got responses.
Oh, boy.
NoHum23 responded with, fellow Humboldt resident here, I've heard of similar things going on. NC Fecho, is this why the weed has always been so good, or is this because the weed out there is so good? No Hum replied, I've heard weird stories from stone-sober people of seeing little creatures and Bigfoot in the woods. And Nekfecho replied, I would love to hear more of those. Do tell. No response to that. Hedo Music, what is happening, Humboldt? Mendo native here. There's been supposed elves I've heard of. Also, just weird paranormal activity in the woods. People have told me some crazy shit. Responded to that, Happy Cake Day. So, Snake Eyes 26. This is hilarious, but are you telling the truth? Because if so, it's a little concerning. What did you do to these Oompa Loompas? You done pissed them off. Somebody said maybe they're magic stones. Try smoking them. People suggesting setting up cameras. Obviously, they're courting you like a penguin, you know. They bring a pebble.
Yep.
That's what they're doing.
There you go.
Thank you for the update. Not going to lie, this has been on my mind. Now go hunt those leprechauns. I just love that somebody else has been like, did they ever come back?
Where the fuck are they?
Yeah, somebody said, put a gift out for them. Maybe a sweet treat, and they'll leave you alone. Let's see. Oh, my God, I'm so happy to hear this. Let's see. Okay, here is a photo from a YouTube video. I'm going to save this to my desktop, unfortunately. And we're going to go to Host Talk, and I will post a picture of the ugly-ass little Oompa Loompa what fucked in the guy's yard, in his garden, and then started throwing them rocks there. Oh, God. There it is. All right, gents. If you'll take a look at Host Talk.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Little carrot dudes.
Yeah, it's a little naked carrot man that throws rocks. But yeah, this is the original picture from that post.
Oompa Loompa doopity doo.
And the first...
We're gonna fuck right in front of you.
Well, somebody replied with, it's Charmander!
It kind of is.
Oh, God. And somebody posted another photo. A completely different person posted another photo of the same goddamn thing in the woods. And oh yeah, that's a creepy shit I crave. Look at that thing. Oh my God. Let's see.
I mean, between this and the Fresno Nightcrawlers, California is just nailing it with weird little fucked up guys.
You guys.
California knows how to party.
Somebody responded, you gonna catch one? Somebody said, get the pebbles tested for DNA and set up a trail cam. And I'm like, if these are mystical, you're not getting DNA.
I mean, maybe they do have DNA.
Oh, my God.
I
don't
wonder
think
if
you
there
can
are
get
fairy
DNA
circles on his property.
I don't know, and he never posted pictures, but it dawned on me, it's going to be pictures of rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't think you can get DNA from just something someone touched anyway. It'd have to be like,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if
Something
those little gremlins are fucking all the time, their hands
Oh,
are
there's
just-
semen all over
God,
their hands, dude.
Yeah,
In
they
fact,
got
this
their
could...
cummy little hands and they're throwing
Dudes,
rocks at your
dudes,
window.
they're white. This could be dried cum.
oh no.
Yeah.
Their cum could be phosphorus.
I was gonna say it could have been like poop. Remember how dog poop used to be white because of the bone
yeah,
meal
the bones.
and
Yeah.
their food? Yeah.
Somebody said simultaneously the funniest and scariest shit I've read today.
Like, I mean, we're laughing at it, but imagine being in that position and seeing these little guys.
Yeah, no, I'd freak out if I saw this little thing like go. It kind of looks like. Do you remember the Slovene from Doctor Who, David?
Yeah.
It's like a tiny orange version of that.
It's kind of got a tardigrade face.
It looks like it needs to be kicked the fuck out of here like a football, but oh, I love this. Successful tap 92. Call out for Jesus. I love that even on Reddit, someone's response is, you need Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus, come and take care of these little Oompa. They fucked in his zucchini, dude.
You can't eat that zucchini anymore.
Oh, there is no goddamn way I'm touching that zucchini. No telling where it's been.
No, we know exactly where it's been. Under the fucking Oompa Loompas.
Or up in the Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
Ew. I don't know. What would you do, Mike, if you actually, saw something that fucked up looking that, was convincing enough, like, what would you do?
I mean, if I
Would
don't
you
know.
get a trail cam?
Yes. Oh yeah. There'd be like lots of cameras for sure.
Yeah. Oh, we'd have Ring doorbell cams all over the goddamn outside of the house.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't do anything more than that. Like I wouldn't like want to shoot them or anything because I don't think they would if they're not posing a threat to me.
I don't know. They're throwing rocks. Would you
Oh, yeah,
shoot
but-
one for property damage?
No, I mean they're throwing little bitty rocks. It sounds like.
Yeah, it's
That's
not like
fair.
the property is being damaged. You're trying to get the guy's attention.
Oh
Yeah,
God! What?
They want them to watch. They're little.
Oh my God!
They want them to. They want to cuck him.
Oh my God! Okay, so they're throwing rocks at the window, and then he comes outside. He's supposed to open the window, and then one of these little guys, well, like,
Hark! What light through yonder window breaks? 'Tis the east, and the redditor is the sun.
No, they want them to watch. They like really got a thrill off of the
oh
last
God!
time, so they want to cuck him some more.
Twisted little fucks.
I guess it's not
fucking in his
cuck.
garden.
They're voyeur. They're exhibitionists. Because if
Yeah.
Like
you know,
one day he's gonna find tracks and you see there's two like little footprints, but right in the middle is just one long line.
Mhm.
Just
What?
following the footprints.
What? No, what's gonna happen is they'll disappear and he'll go out and find like a fairy note that says, "Thank you for the most thrilling sex of our lives." Good God.
Man, are these what gnomes are supposed to be? Because I don't like it.
I know. I'd rather run into a red cap.
Right?
Yeah. I don't like it at all. It's like if
not
somebody
pleasant.
it looks like if somebody like shaved a koala and painted him. It's not good. And the fact that there are more than one photos and they're from different people. That's what gets me. I'm just sitting here going, what in the fuck? Like, you know, I don't want to believe that there's little sexy time Oompa Loompas, but like, there's a part of me that actually does want to believe that there's sexy time Oompa Loompas.
Right?
Just, I want my world to have that in it. If it's got to have Trump and Musk, I want these. I need a counterbalance.
These little things are kind of delightful and kind of horrifying, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
right in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, horrifying. It's like the Freddy Freaker thing that Henry talked about. Do you remember that?
I'm trying to remember that.
Okay, Freddy Freaker was like the mascot for the Freak Phone. It's like this rubber puppet that's like, bouncing back and
Oh, I
forth.
remember now.
Yeah, okay, and Henry was talking about, yeah, okay, it's stupid as hell, but like if you woke up with that thing at the foot of your bed dancing, you'd lose your shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, this thing looks stupid and goofy, but like if I woke up with that thing standing on my chest, I would be broken for the rest of my life.
Reminds me of Cheddar Goblin.
Yes! Yes, it's it exactly.
Oh, man.
Everything's better with cheddar. Anyway, so that's it for the week, guys. Mike,
Oh, man.
before we go into the spiel, have you got anything you want to plug?
no.
Okay. David?
Thanks for asking.
Well, not a problem. David, have you got anything
no,
you want to plug?
we always extend that courtesy to you, Mike. One day
Always.
you'll have something.
One day I'll have something and I'll tell you, and you'll both like faint.
No, you'll
astonishment.
No, we'll be like, "Oh my god, that's awesome!" And then you'll like plug some website, and we have to look it up, and then we're like, "You're off the show."
That is an awful lot of very fucked up stuff on that website, Mike. Anyway.
OrangeOompaloompa
Oh god,
God.
God.
Oh, man.
I just took a drink
I-
of something when you said
God.
that.
You know, let's collaborate and make the world's first little Oompa Loompa guy doujinshi.
No.
Start selling it. Anyway,
I
yes, I
don't
do
like
have
the
something to
look
plug,
of it.
actually.
Yeah. Okay. What you got, David?
Okay, so I was recently part of the Sonic the Comic re-illustrated project. They just did a adaptation of issue 4 of Sonic the Comic. I was involved in drawing one of the panels on there. So if you're interested in seeing the whole comic, you can go to stcreillustrated.card.co and check out the 4th issue. My panel was, I think, page 3, panel 4.
Yeah, that's what you said earlier. When you posted. So
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm
you
just
got
trying
it
to
right.
remember because I don't have shit open right
Yeah.
now. But yeah, no, it's fun. It was fun to draw Robotnik.
awesome.
Lots of talented artists in there. Kevin, next time they do one, you should join in.
Maybe. I never was
Yeah.
a big Sonic fan, so like I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I mean, they'll give you the panel, so you can just kind of work on doing your own version of the panel. You don't have to be a fan necessarily, but it
Yeah.
certainly helps.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So if I got a plug, you know what? This is gonna be a bit of an odd one. If you're a fan of Stardew Valley, there's a very amusing fan comic out there by an Italian artist named Claracine. And the comic is called Cringe Fail, and it's about not even the main player character of Stardew Valley. It is a girl that has moved to town and is smitten with the town doctor, and it is awkward and funny and cute and heart-wrenching. So check that out. It's on TikTok and Webtoon, actually. So you can find that on Webtoon. Just look for Cringe Fail Farmer, I believe.
Nice.
And I joined the community. She's talented and super approachable, so check that out.
Oh yeah.
So, that being said, if you would like to find out more about our show, you can head to supernatpod.rocks. That is supernatpod.rocks. You will find, as always, a link to our Discord server, our Patreon, our merch store, every episode of this show and the Distraction Hall, and contact information if you would like to advertise with us. So, hey, I actually got that out, and it didn't sound like I was coming up with it on the spot.
There you go.
Fucking awesome. So, thank you again for listening, everyone. We will see you next week. David, your episode is up next, I believe.
Yes, and it ends up being a two-parter. Go fucking
You son of a bitch. All right. And after that, stuff. So, we'll see you guys next week for David's topic. So until then, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye.
Nighty-night.
Oompa Loompa doopity-dum. We're gonna fill your zucchinis with cum.
Oh, God.
Don't forget to pet your Oompa Loompa, and that's a euphemism.
I couldn't get through it. I'm sorry.
I feel like we should change it from gooning to oompaing.
Loompa.
Oh yes.
Oompaing
Hopefully
your
by now
Loompa.
you've all gooned with us on the distraction.
Hopefully so.